Hello. Hey, what's going on? Hopping on the YouTube to make an eco-friendly packaging update video. You might remember me from my first eco-friendly packaging from about a year ago. I've recently made some changes to my packaging to be plastic free, and I just wanted to share some updated sources for packaging with you guys. This is really important to me because the more plastic free art shops there are, the better. First, I'm going to do a little refresher on where I get the main parts of my packaging. Then I'm going to talk about how I went plastic free this month. So let's do it because intros are boring as crud. If you have any questions, concerns, don't know what to do with packaging, you don't want to get your stuff from Amazon because Amazon is... check out Ecoenclosecom. I talk about them all the time. They're the best. They have awesome blog posts that show you and tell you so much stuff about sustainable packaging. They offer really awesome sustainable packaging. They're an awesome company. They stand by their products. By using them, they are just perfection. So if you guys want to sponsor me, holler. Because this isn't an ad. I think they're great. Okay. I get my mailers from Ecoenclose. I have two sizes. These are super rigid, very great. I barely get any complaints about these being bent. Unless you have like the biggest bodybuilder mailman in the world, I think you're pretty much set with these. You don't need extra cardboard in them. They're like good to go. These are made out of 100% recycled material and are 100% recyclable. Couldn't recommend enough. Love these. These are from Ecoenclose. I also ship stickers, and my sticker mail is just sent in a letter in an envelope with a stamp. So these are the envelopes I use. These are 100% recycled envelopes. I use a lot of these, especially for Patreon. I send out tons. So it's really important to me that they are made out of recycled material. I get these from envelopes.com. I would love to get envelopes from Ecoenclose, but the sizes don't work for my postcards. So this is where I've been getting them now. I don't know about the eco-integrity of this company, but it's what's working for me right now. Still doing research. If you have some awesome envelope source, let me know. But these are made out of 100% recycled material, and I like the white color. It's easy to write on, stamp on, it's great. The craft paper is a little harder to stamp on, so I'm glad that I found this option. Shipping labels. If you use shipping labels at home, I would suggest these. These are from Ecoenclose. These fit in my 4x6 label printer. I have a Dymo XL something or other. Thermal printer, doesn't use ink. It's really cool, love it, it's great. But what's great about these shipping labels, let me tell you, is that the backing paper is 100% curbside recyclable. That's what's up. If you don't know, normal labels are printed on labels with backing paper that is coated with silicone, making them not recyclable. These are super important to me because I print so many shipping labels, so I love that I can recycle the backing paper. In addition to shipping labels, I also will print labels for my packaging. Sometimes I have a sketchbook postcard set right back here. I use these labels, I cut it, and I use them as stickers for my packaging. So I have been making these packed with reused material stickers. For my packages, I just cut them into little squares and stick them on reused mailers, or if I reuse some plastic sleeves or whatever, I will stick these on it, and they're great because I can recycle the back. This is the hack of a lifetime. I actually decided to make these because Knives Me Out on Instagram made a very similar sticker, but she was inspired by me. So this is like a chain of eco-friendly greatness. I cannot recommend those enough. They are so helpful for my business when I need stickers quick, and I can recycle the backing paper, so 10 out of 10. Another update from my past eco-friendly packaging video is I no longer use No Issue. No Issue is, to me, so greenwashed. They just kind of are like surface level eco-friendly. They use all virgin paper for all of their products, which is like just use recycled materials, come on. And all their manufacturers are in China, and they just don't explicitly say that, which is fine. But if you're shipping to the US a lot and all over the world, it's just a lot of fuel to get that out to different places, and I just would rather find a place that is based in my country, the US, so that the fuel to get it to me isn't all the way from another country. So I decided to eliminate them from my packaging. They're just the king of greenwashing. That's something I moved on from. All their products they send to me were nice, they were great, I loved using them, they were really fun. But on an eco-conscious level, they're like bottom of the heap, dude. They know. So, buy no issue, see ya probably never. If you are looking for a tissue paper option that is recycled, Ecoenclose offers some now. They offer water-activated tape that I used to get from No Issue. You can get that from Ecoenclose as well. One more tip in this section is reuse your mailers. People get tons of mail, things are mailed out all the time, and people just trash them. If you're running an online shop, you're probably watching this video, and you should save up your mailers and reuse them for your products. It's not always pretty, I admit, and you know what is pretty is the environment. So, I mean, it's worth it, and it feels good to reuse stuff. Typically, customers don't mind if your packaging isn't 100% perfect if it's explicitly reused, especially when people send me reused mailers. I'm like, I love you. So if you want people to love you, reuse your mailers. And if you don't want people to love you, you reuse your mailers too. I think that would be a good option too. On to plastic-free shipping. I did a fair amount of research on this. I did some personal research on my Instagram via polls, online research, so let me tell you what I learned. I decided to go plastic-free last month, or at least attempt to, because I was packaging so many orders at once and I just saw the amount of plastic I used and it was disgusting. I did use these Eco Clear bags. They're from clearbags.com. They're just biodegradable plastic sleeves. And since I did so much research on this, there are 3 eco-friendly plastic sleeve options. There's biodegradable, there's compostable, and there's recycled plastic sleeves. So let me tell you a little bit about each option and why I decided not to go with any of them. So I initially was using the biodegradable plastic sleeves. When I first got them, I thought they were pretty good, but not that good. Any biodegradable plastic, just breaks up into smaller plastic pieces. Even if it's in the perfect environment to biodegrade, it's never gonna be part of the earth again in a positive way. So I just wanted to eliminate that. If I'm gonna go plastic free, I'm gonna go plastic free for real. It's a greenwashing product to me because it literally is just like, this plastic degrades a little quicker than really bad plastic, but it's the same thing. Second option is compostable. Compostable is good if you have an industrial level composting system you can put it into. You cannot backyard recycle compostable sleeves right now that I've seen. So you would need to have access to some sort of facility that offers composting. You can't throw it in your little tumbler in your backyard or your little compost pit, whatever you have. I don't personally have access to that, and if I don't, I'm assuming that a lot of other people don't either. So I decided not to go with that. The third option, which I think was the best option, but I did not go with it, is the recycled plastic option. These plastic bags are made out of 100% recycled plastic, and you can also recycle them, which is really cool. Problem with them is even though you can recycle them, you might notice that a lot of plastic sleeves, such as this one I got stamps in, have a recycle symbol on them. I don't know if you can see it in the video because you know it's clear, but they have a recycle symbol, and that makes a lot of people think that you can curbside recycle them. You can't, depending on where you live, but where I live, you cannot recycle thin film plastic curbside. Where you can recycle them are in those big buckets at stores that offer plastic bags. They're just like, put your bags back in here, but really you can put all thin recyclable plastic in those bins. It is possible and a little more accessible for me, but I just don't think a lot of people do that. I think a lot of people just toss it, and I just don't want to be part of that. None of those are for me. I got on Instagram, I typed up a little question and I said, what do other art shops use to protect their products? The options I got were Glassine, I got wax paper, and I got just like all the sleeves that I just told you about. So there wasn't anything I didn't really know about yet, but I decided to look into wax paper and Glassine. Wax paper is not recyclable, so no wax paper. Glassine is a very interesting product, and that's what I actually decided on. I decided to get Glassine sleeves. So Glassine is a paper product. It's really interesting. It's what I actually decided to go with. It feels kind of like wax paper, like parchment paper kind of. It's kind of slick, sounds like paper. What it actually is a huge, it's like this huge process to make it. So they just take a bunch of paper and they compress it with this huge machinery into this like really cool, shiny, water resistant form. So this is just really compressed paper. The way they make it is really intensive, and they always use virgin paper, which is a bummer. I would prefer recycled paper, but it is curbside recyclable, which is the issue with Glassine, along with it being virgin paper. Being really intensive to make is that it's really hard to find in the sizes that I wanted. Some sites have it for really expensive, for like archival photo stuff, super expensive. I did manage to find these on PaperMart.com, which are really close to the size that I want, but I just tape them to be the size that I want. I really like the look. I've already been using smaller versions of this for some packaging for my postcards, but I did manage to find these on PaperMart. If you're interested, that's where I got them. There's also an option to get a huge roll of Glassine and you can wrap everything individually, but for me, I pack so many orders in one go that wrapping them individually would be an obscene process for me, because it takes me a really long time to pack my orders as is, and I can't take on another packaging process, especially when it's really intensive. After finding out about the process of making Glassine, I considered doing just plain paper envelopes for my orders, because I was like, Glassine's really intensive, I'm not sure if I want to support it, I don't really know where it's coming from, I can't find a good source for it. So I went on Instagram again and I did a poll and a question, and I asked my customers, do they experience water damage in their packages? And mostly it was a no, but there were some, mostly in the northwest of the US and internationally, where people like, I've experienced quite a bit of water damage. Not terrible, but it does happen. So I decided it was more important for me to not have plastic than have to replace some products that get damaged along the way to their destination. Like if 5 or 10 prints get damaged, to replace those is worth it for me to not have any plastic in my packaging. So here's what we decided on. I got these brown paper sleeves. They're just flat, 100% recycled sleeves from PaperMart as well, but as I'm reading this, I see that it says minimum 40% post-consumer. I would prefer this to be 100% recycled because it also says both. Might have to find a better source for these, but I used these all month. I use these just craft paper envelopes for my US-based orders. I just slip the items in so they're not loose in the mailer. I tape it shut with some washi tape, stamp it, thank you, please recycle, put a thank you note. I do think these have really cute possibilities for packaging, like getting a big stamp, maybe getting some custom tape. I haven't done that yet because I just got them and I'm just testing them out. I got for US orders, and I use these Glassine bags for international orders. So it does cut down how much of these Glassine envelopes I'm using, because I'm like a fan of them and not a fan of them. But these are both curbside recyclable, which is awesome. I'm so excited about them. I'm kind of in love with them. I got them both from PaperMart. I managed to find the size that I wanted. They have a lot of options. Not sure about the eco-integrity of that company, but it's kind of all I could find. So I will keep doing research and of course update you. If you have some sources that you'd like to share with me, please let me know. And then my last note, when shipping products in recycled packaging, not everyone's gonna know what to do with it. That's the problem with like leaving stuff in other people's hands. Like, you can't guarantee that they're gonna know exactly what you ship them and that everything's recyclable, because why would they know? I do put it on my website, I talk about it on my videos, but some people order and don't really know anything about me. I made some eco cards. So I made these cards to go on every order. They're a little business card size info card about my packaging, how to get rid of it, what it is, what to expect, stuff like that. I include these with every order now. I want people to be reminded to recycle. I put so many reminders on my packaging. My tape says please recycle. I have stamps that say please recycle. I'm really encouraging it. And I ordered these cards through moo.com. I'm not sponsored by them either, but they have a recycled paper option where they make paper out of scraps of old t-shirts. I got these on that paper and they're awesome. I'll put a referral link in the description and you can get a discount. And it gives me a little bit of money towards my next order. So I'm really excited about how this design came out. I've been loving putting them in packaging. I hope that it points people in the right direction. I think it's really helpful, and I was actually inspired by Knives Me Out again to make an eco card, and also Ash Nichols. I might have messed that up, but I'll show you the eco cards. Thank you for watching this video. I'm running on 2% battery right now. So if you liked it, found it helpful, thought it was the best video you've ever seen, or probably just a video you've seen, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel because they're all pretty similar, believe it or not. Let me know if you have any resources to share with everyone. I would love to have this be like a little, what's that called? A forum. Is that what it's called? In the comments of eco-friendly stuff you do for packaging. Let a girl know. Share your stuff. Share your success stories. So I'll be there in the comments as well. I'll leave some links to all the resources in the description. And peace out. Thanks for watching. Bye. Double win.